अभी आपने जो भी कुछ कहा मुझे कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया। कुछ दिन पहले के एक्सीडेंट में कमीने ने मेरा कान काट दिया। मैं सुन नहीं सकता पर जासूस A1 हूँ। आपका जो भी काम है आप बस लिख दीजिए। मेरी फ़ीस 1000 रुपये पर डे होगी। इसके अलावा जो भी एक्स्ट्रा खर्च होगा बिल या रिसीट के साथ। बिल नहीं तो पेमेंट भी नहीं। अगर आप थोड़ा एडवांस। Tomorrow, write a story about a deaf detective.
Last night, I slept all night. Just around 8, there was an earthquake, and we all ran out of the house. Today, I got up early, but nothing happened to me. Yesterday, I forgot to write down my adventures, but since I had no adventures, it doesn't matter. There is an incredible film about dinosaurs at Liberty. Somehow, I need to get hold of 30 rupees tomorrow. इसका कितना?
सगळी पानं मोड आपली तरी 10 रुपये देतो.
10? एटलीस्ट 30 तो दे दो भैया.
10 बराबर है. देना है तो बोलो.
कुछ करो ना, फिल्म देखने जाना है.
What's the hurry, young man?
Good morning, father.
Good morning. I didn't know that you enjoyed reading. May I? Charles Dickens. What a wonderful, wonderful writer. Whom do you read aside from Charles Dickens?
Just Dickens, father.
And you like to write too?
Sometimes.
And what do you like to write sometimes? Poems or stories?
Stories, father. Stories.
Will you show me some?
They're very bad, father. I'm just beginning.
You're just being modest now. When will you show me one?
As soon as I finish the one I'm writing now.
It must be a wonderful one.
It's okay, father.
I'm going to tell the next school assembly that we have a great unknown writer amongst us.
भैया इसका कितना होगा?
10 रुपये.
I couldn't see the film, but I met Father Joseph. I was very embarrassed since he reads a lot. I'm writing this because it was an adventure when he saw me with a book. Tomorrow, I have to write a story. It's easy. I just have to imagine something and write it. नहीं. There was once a clever dog who lived in a house. He was a good breed and therefore extremely faithful. His owner was a very rich man with a beautiful ring on his finger who had a country house. He worked hard at his business in fabrics so he could buy more rings. One day, he felt like spending a few days in the country to breathe clean air as he was not feeling good. But then he thought that if he did not take the loyal dog, the maid would neglect and not take care of him, and the poor dog would suffer as he was used to being cared for carefully. So, the rich yet kind man took the intelligent dog with him. He reached the country with his best friend, who was that smart dog, being that he was a widower. After all, it was his only true friend, besides his school friend, Taggu.
There was an elegant and a lavish mansion in a large city, and in this lap of luxury there lived a canine. He was extremely strong and brave. The owner, a rich and powerful gentleman, owned a country house. Fatigued by his many important duties, one day he decided to spend some time at his rural retreat. But deep inside, he was concerned about his faithful friend. For he suspected that during his absence, the coarse maid would not take proper care of the noble creature. Oh, his heart ached with the painful thoughts of the treatment the poor animal would receive at the hands of the unsupervised servant. So, the kind and prosperous industrialist took his loyal companion with him. Yes, he feared that the sloppy maid would make him suffer because of her indolence and neglect. After all, it was his only true friend. Besides, the immense wealth. सर, आप जानते हैं ना कि मैं सुन नहीं सकता, तो हम बात कैसे करें? आप टाइप करेंगे, ये लीजिए। सर आपको इंग्लिश आती है? तो इंग्लिश में टाइप कीजिए ना। सर आपने टाइप किया है उ तगब जन्नत वुफे अस्सी कितबग अपने। एक मिनट, फिर से स्टार्ट करें। Your wife is cheating on you. सावित्री।
ओके।
और आपका नाम क्या है? सत्यवान। दीक्षित जी, आपको पता है आपकी बीवी कैसी दिखती है? आपके पास उनकी कोई फोटो है? ये आपकी बीवी है। सर ये माधुरी दीक्षित की फोटो है।
In fact, the plot is quite simple. It's about a small dog from the city who suddenly finds himself in the country.
The work is superior to the materials. Some of the finest stories are based on trivial events.
But I wonder if this theme has already been used by other writers.
Shakespeare took themes from other writers, and then he would give them a personal touch, rework them, and turn them into some of the greatest tragedies.
I've been writing this story for quite some time.
I'm sure one of these days you'll surprise us with the masterpiece that we've all been waiting for.
It's not that. You know, Father, I've been looking for information about dogs through libraries. But then a news article comes out with some interesting fact about dogs. And then I have to undertake another extensive research for months. There's no end to it.
It's your quest for perfection. The desire to contain everything in one simple story.
Maybe. But after months of research, neither am I satisfied, nor do I think of it as finished. It's always the same story with just different words. I can't finish what I started years ago. And every day there are these new interesting ideas, detective, sci-fi stories. But the dog story is holding me back. And I have to let go these other ideas.
Da Vinci said, art is never finished, it is abandoned. Sometimes it is liberating to just let go and move on.
I've come too far to turn back now. After so many years of hard work, I cannot leave it. Neither is the story letting me go.
I suggest that you take a break. Let the story breathe. Put it aside for a while. I mean, don't look at it and don't think about it. Wait until your objectivity comes back. Do yourself a favor. Go on a vacation.
felt like spending a few days in the country. He reached the country with his best friend, that smart dog.
The kind and prosperous industrialist took his loyal companion with him.
It's your quest for perfection.
I've come too far to turn back now.
I'm sure one of these days you'll surprise us with the masterpiece that we've all been waiting for.
He was a good dog. Small, happy. One day, he found himself in an environment that was not his own, the country. One morning,
it's always the same story with just different words. There's no end to it.